Hey there, my friends. Tommy G here. And on this training, you're going to learn about the three core funnels that you want to have in your business, all right, so that you can maximize revenue, okay? Now, this comes from the legendary strategic entrepreneur, Jay Abraham, all right? He talked about how there's only three ways that you can grow your business, all right? You can, just get more customers, okay? You can charge more to your customers, and then you can charge more often. All right, those are the only three ways that you're going to grow your company. And the good thing is that even just a 10% bump in any one of these can really be the difference between closing the doors and opening up new locations. All right, so knowing how to take those different revenue markets and apply them to an automated super platform marketing system is critical, and that's what you're going to learn about on this video. So when it comes down to it, there's three different funnels that you're going to need. Now, just to recap, our sales funnel is the series of web pages that we build out that has a overall core message, all right, that gets attention, arouses interest, creates desire, and gets an action, all right? And this action typically is money for the business and value for the customer, all right? And that is the proven process for a sales funnel. Now, there's different types of sales funnel because, as we talked about, we have a value ladder, all right? This is where we keep driving up revenue more often. So the very first one is our acquisition. So this is just getting customers. You need to have a core funnel that gets you new customers. And what we call this is a break-even funnel. We're actually not really even trying to get money from this acquisition process. We basically want to get customers for free. Now, that sounds a little counterintuitive because traditionally, you've maybe heard of, cost of acquisition kind of thing where you just know you have to spend $100 in order to get a new customer. Well, the good thing is with the right funnel design, you can eliminate this cost of acquisition and actually do a net even where for every, whenever your advertising cost actually brings you back revenue so that you break even at the very bare minimum, all right? And we'll show you how to do this in the more technical section later, but just know you need to have a funnel for acquisition. This is where it gets people in the door right here, all right? And the way this is done is typically you get a high value offer at a low expense cost for you. So for example, if I was a coffee shop, right, and I wanted to get more customers into my new coffee shop, I would do a campaign. I would build out a sales funnel. A really good offer, and this has been proven to work, is something like, hey, free brownie with the purchase of coffee. All right. So they're paying $3-4 for the cup of coffee and they're getting the free brownie. That's going to drive more customers to them. All right. Just and especially if you geo targeted location. So imagine putting a 1 mile banner on everybody's. I don't have my phone. Imagine having your phone, and within 1 mile of your coffee shop, you have a little digital billboard on everybody's phone that says, "Hey, free brownies here." All right, you don't even have to offer the cup of coffee because the law of reciprocity says you come in for the free brownie. What goes great with a free brownie? A nice hot cup of espresso, cappuccino, coffee, whatever. All right, so that's just one example. There's tons of different ones that we can do. We'll talk about more of that later. I want to keep focused on just the strategic stuff, not the technical stuff. All right, so ascension is where then, all right, how can we upsell to the next level? How can we add more value? All right. So keeping with our, let's say, coffee, thing, we can say, hey, do you want to add a, separate biscuit or another cup of tea or something like that? Whatever the upgrade might be. A famous one for this is just McDonald's. Hey, would you like to supersize that? All right. That is an example of an ascension model. And in the traditional world, and the funnels will build this into our marketing campaign. All right. But you have low value. And then right here, so this is typically anywhere from like under $47 is what we recommend, right? Then this next ascension can be anywhere from like 100 to 1,000, depending on what your market is. All right. Because it's not about the price, it's about the value that's being given for them. All right. Now, the next one in our core funnels is continuity. And this is how can we monetize or charge more often, all right? So continuity would be something like, can you create a VIP service inside your company? Can you create a like club or a membership, to what you own? A good example is a pest control company, because I know they came and did this for us, is that they have their yearly treatment that they get money from, but then they started doing this, hey, it was like $50 a month, we'll be able to maintain the perimeter and the inside and everything of your house to spray against different bugs and critters and stuff like that. All right. Now they have me on a monthly revenue stream. Okay. What is something that maybe you could send as a guarantee or a VIP service to say like, hey, for this price, you're going to get 6 months of continually call when you need type service. It just depends on your business what that looks like. All right. If you're a dentist, okay, you can do a continuity thing where it's like a year. They can go ahead and pay up front for their yearly cleanings. All right, where it's at a reduced rate versus if they don't have insurance or they do have insurance kind of thing. You can offer them a good continuity so they're already paying more often. For a gym kind of thing, you can give them a lump sum package, which you're already continuity. A gym would be paying membership already, but you can ascend that to where it's like, hey, we're doing a 12-week, body blast, all right, and you can get XYZ for X cost. Okay, so continuity is another big one to be thinking about, and that's the main thing that we want to be going with. We want to be able to get a break-even funnel. This is how it all maps out. A break-even funnel that this basically, ads, advertising end up costing zero or have a small profit. All right. We ascend them to where our ascension, what we used to be having to market in a cost of, let's say a cost of acquisition was $100 just to get the customer. Now our ascension can mark that out and we just put that $100 back into our pocket instead of having to expense it towards ads. That's the ascension. And then the continuity or the monetization of charging more often for your services. All right, this can be a profit maximizer. And depending on your niche or your industry, these two, you might be traditionally a membership service, but how can you start ascending them to a higher level and vice versa? But no matter what, the very first thing that you got to do is get acquisition. All right. And this is how you do that. So there's 4 pillars of profits. All right. And this is tested, proven, guaranteed to work if you execute it at a high level, and we'll teach you how. First thing is you got to get leads. All right. If you're not getting leads, then you're not filling your pipeline, right? And ideally, you want to get leads through automation and technology. That's why we're using SuperPlatforms. Next thing you want to do is handoff. And what we're doing is we're handing them off to our sales system, to our sales funnel that we've already built to help ascend that relationship, to bring them along, to educate them for whatever it is that we're offering them, all right? To the point that we can get them acquisitioned. Now, not everybody's going to buy right away, so we follow up. This is going to be with our retargeting campaigns. This is going to be with our email follow-up. This is going to be with our chatbot integrations. This is going to be with all kinds of different forms of follow-up, all right, to get them more warmed up to our buying process. And then the last step is, of course, closing the deal, all right? And this is where you ascend the relationship. So what this might look like is a lead comes in through your funnel, okay? They came in, you handed them off to the system, then they booked an appointment, all right? That brought your sales guy out, and he was able to then face-to-face only have to deal with taking the order, because of good marketing makes closing the deal simply taking orders, because this customer has already been educated, been told everything that they needed to about this offer, so that when your sales guy comes out there, it's easy. Like a roofing contractor, you can build out your whole education, the same sales pitch, or this goes really for any sales pitch. If you have a sales pitch that your guy typically doesn't start until he shows up in person, if you can and clone that into an automated sales process through your marketing campaigns, then when it comes up to actually closing the sale, I guarantee you that this person is typically only going to have one or two questions, all right, that the sales guy just will answer just to make them feel good about the purchase before go ahead and closing the deal, all right? Or this could be on the phone call as well. We've done this for high ticket sale phone calls, all right, where it's only one or two questions. Everything else, they've already absorbed all the education beforehand so that your in-person sales time can be as little as 20 minutes to close a $5,000 deal, for example. All right. So I hope that this was giving some kind of insights to start thinking about strategically what are your acquisition, ascension, and continuity offers